It's Mr. Cleveland, by the way. Thank you. Rappers who didn't hit their potential. Eli Underground. Shout out Eli Underground. Yeah. You know, this is a side thing. You know, it's one of the most motivating things. Like, one of the most motivating things when, like, getting, at least with me, right? When I started watching videos and shit like this, one thing I love about YouTube streamers, they be riding no react no more. That's all. That was the other side of my episode. I told myself I was gonna do that at the start of it. I know, right? Anyway, but like one of the most motivating things, at least for me, one thing I love about Windows HP laptops, like when you first open this thing, at least my laptop, the first thing you see is a beautiful place. And then they tell you like you can go to it's like a top right corner and they'll show you like what place it is, and I just be like, damn, like that'd be like a damn, yep, that's a, like when they say what is your why, because you gotta have a why, like why you do this, right? You gotta have a why, and that's one of my whys, because I wouldn't be able to just get up and just go. Like I wake up, I'm unemployed currently if y'all ain't noticed. Yeah, I got late from my job, right? So, but. So I just been waking up, whatever. I know. But I want to be able to just wake up one day and be like, you know what? Just wake up. Just wake up. 11:13 in the morning. Just random. Even 2:47 in the morning. Afternoon. Anyway. I just wake up and be like, you know what? Let's go. Schedule me a trip. Just go on here. Schedule me a trip to... South Africa. Somewhere in South Africa. About South Sudan. I just want to go to South Sudan today. Boom. Boop, boop. Book. Go. Boom. And just get up and go. You know what I'm saying? Just want to be able to just get up and go. Wake up. You know what? I just want to chill there. I just want to do nothing. And I do nothing. I want to, you know what? I feel like going to Las Vegas and just go-kart riding around like that huge track they got. Don't they got... I know they do races, but something. I don't know. Just go below 50K. Nah, wow. Me personally, I wouldn't do that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, just wake up. Just do what I want to do. Free will at its highest. But yeah, that's beside the point. But yeah. Regular shoot. Yeah. I already said that part. Yeah. My bad.
One thing I have come to realize about the music scene is that there are always going to be ups and there are always going to be downs. And you know, that's the beauty of it. We can't always have the same rappers running the music scene for 20 years on end. You know, unless you're like overly talented, like a Cardio, Uzi, Drake or something. But you know,
you said 20 years though. So it's like, you said 20 years. I don't think Cardi and Uzi been around for 20 years. Well, I know they probably been rapping almost for that long. Well, I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. Like, Lil Wayne after like 20 years. That's 2 decades. Drake is a good option. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not tripping.
Of artists at the same time that never even really got their chance to shine or really hit the peak potential that people thought out for them. And it does happen in the mainstream light, but a lot more in the underground scene of things. So that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Today we're going to be going over some rappers that just didn't live up to their full potential in the underground. And one of your favorite rappers from the past might get mentioned in this video. And it doesn't mean that I hate them or I think that their music is trash. It's just something that I have to cover. So yeah, no hard feelings to any of the artists in this video. I know that a lot of them are still making music to this day, but they're just not where I thought that they would be. But before we get into the actual video, guys, go down, like the video, subscribe to the channel if it's your first time here or you're a returning viewer, and also go in the description and follow my IG because that's where I connect with y'all a lot on there. Feel free to DM me, and that's also where I handle my promo, so go down and follow my IG. But yeah, with all out of the way, let's get into the actual video. Now, the first artist we have to talk about is Yoooo JJ. Now, Yoooo JJ is one of them underground artists that people always bring up, but they're never really bringing him up talking about his music. Now, if you were around for 2023 and 2024, around that early jerk wave, you definitely know about Yoooo JJ. He was constantly collaborating with Xavier So Bass and early songs from Netspend. And in my opinion, Yoooo JJ was really good. I really liked a lot of his early songs, and he dropped some staple EPs and albums during that time. The most notable one being Evolutions of Zer, the EP. And in my opinion, Yoooo JJ was one of the more unique people from that era. Of course, a lot of them were unique, like Xavier So Bass and Netspend and whatnot, but Yoop's music had a specific feel to it. And one of the most famous lines I always see about people talking about Yoooo JJ in like current day is that he should have been as big as Netspend and Xavier and like other underground artists.
Hold on, wait. Is I not picking up something? Why they keep showing Travis Kelce? What's
Current
that?
day is that he should have been as big as.
I gotta get a new laptop. I've been saying that for a long time, but like,
about people talking
hold on, Jennifer, so good.
about Yabo JJ in like current day is that he should have been as big.
Why is it Travis Kelce though? What Travis Kelce got to do with this? like is I'm not picking up something. Is this one of those things? Cause you ever been on Twitter and it'll be like it'll be like Iran just sent threats to the U.S. and then it'll be that, and then it'll be a random photo of B-Lou. Like, what the does B-Lou got to do with this? Is that one of these moments? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like seriously, like, is that like normal? I don't know. This was the only time. This is really a time watcher top 3 underground scene. I had a couple songs I like, but I was curious what happened to him.
X-Men and Xavier and like other underground artists who are really big who were around that scene at the time. And if you're newer getting into underground, you might see these type of comments and be like, what was so special about Yabo JJ? And you know, it might lead you to go into his catalog, and that's right where the issue starts. If you dig for long enough and you dig hard enough, you're definitely going to find a good few songs from Yabo JJ that you could add to your playlist. But the problem is you have to dig so deep and so far back into Yabo JJ's catalog, you're just not going to want to listen to all that music. And that's one of the biggest issues with Yabo JJ's career. He drops too much music. And you know, not like in a Nine Vicious way where it's like, you know, unofficial drops on like a separate SoundCloud or like an archive page. He drops all of his music on his main stuff. And you know, at face value, it might be like, oh, we always want more music. Like, what's the problem with more music? If you're not giving fans time to digest the last official drop, they're not going to tune into your newest stuff because they're not even going to be able to formulate an opinion on your last body of work. And it seemed like the issue with Yabo JJ was that he would be dropping every single thing he would make, whether it be good or bad, and not really promoting it at all. It would be different if he was dropping every other week, but he was consistently promoing. He would just drop a song, and then drop another song, and then drop another song with no promo, no backing behind those songs. So we don't even know that they're out sometimes, even being a fan of Yabo JJ. Most of his big songs right now have just gotten big naturally through fan discourse. It wasn't because Yapo played a crazy promo play or he like really promoted it for a long time. Fans just really liked those specific songs and talked about them themselves. And that's something that you definitely don't want to do. Like, yes, in this scene, you always want to be in the listener's face, you know, always giving them new stuff. But just dropping it without promoting it is definitely not going to make that happen. So it wasn't really like Yabo JJ just fell off the face of the earth one day. It was just people were slowly losing interest in Yabo JJ. And even the people that you see still talking about him today, I guarantee you, they're not really keeping up to date with all of Yabo JJ's drops because he drops too much. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Yabo JJ if you were a fan of him back in 2023.
I feel like I was just on his main page, how long ago? Like a couple weeks ago, and I feel like he ain't dropped in a minute. I don't know, maybe it's like, cause sometimes with artists, they upload something, it's like, it'd be like, for example, WAP JJ topic. You know, the little thing, and so it's like a whole different channel, but it's really their channel, or I don't know I don't know what that is, but like, cause even with the Glock 40 Spaz drops, like he'll be dropping songs and you don't even know they drop, but it's like he dropped it in a playlist. So when you go on his page, it feel like you don't see it there, but really you just gotta go. I don't know. They make it difficult. So maybe still dropping a bunch of music. Then, like I said, I had a couple songs I like, but I was curious about what happened to him though, because I feel like he was an interesting rapper. You know what I'm saying? It was something interesting about him. It's like I didn't tap into him enough. But the fact that the very few times I did, some drew me in. You know what I'm saying? Which is really good. Because if I'm barely paying attention to you, but when I do, I'm interested for some reason. Like that's what it is. Same with like there's like, well, if you watch one of my couple videos ago, I was like, yeah, what does this nigga do? You know what I'm saying? Like, but then I'm like, oh, this nigga actually do be dropping. But it's like, but I do see him a lot. So it's like, you know, he's still, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
2024. If you guys are still listening to his new music, if there's anything I should check out, let me know all that down in the comments. But yeah, with all that out the way, let's go into the next artist. Now, the next artist we're going to talk about is Doo-Wop Kane.
Get the fuck out of here, bruh.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Hold on, you saying Doo-Wop Kane? Like what? He the GOAT.
Kane. Also, before we continue, I'm sorry if like the audio sounds a little different. I am sick, but I still want to get this video out. So yeah. Now, Doo-Wop is one of those artists that always has his name brought up, similarly to Yapo JJ, but he doesn't really have the numbers current day to really like back all that up. Doo-Wop was always one of those artists that was always pushing the boundaries of his sound, trying new shit. Even though it wouldn't hit at the time, it still holds up today. And Doo-Wop is one of those artists that holds a lot of influence on how the modern day scene sounds, similarly to like Playboy Carti, Lil Uzi Vert, and other rappers. But even though he was associated with those rappers early on in his career, it's kind of sad to see that he's not where they are right now. But it's no secret why he's not. Doo-Wop's sound and music was always very like out of the norm. And as I said, it may be very influential to today's generation, but it's not very good to grow out of that sound. Doo-Wop's music could get very viral, but never enough to like put him in mainstream convos or really excel in his group. While Doo-Wop was still being very experimental and not very appealing towards the mainstream light, Carti and Uzi and them, they were changing up their sound for it to be a lot more digestible, although it still had its own uniqueness to it. And I'm not saying that every underground artist has to change up their sound to be more appealing to the mainstream light, but if you keep experimenting and not really growing, the underground is going to start to forget about you and move on to new things. And also, Doo-Wop never really had a major label backing to really market him to more people. He was always just kind of independent doing his own thing. And I'm not saying that you can't grow as an independent artist or, you know, stay independent for a very long time, but at a certain point, signing to a label is worth it because you have that major machine behind you, always marketing you, pushing you to new eyes, and keeping your name relevant.
But it's Doo-Wop though. You know what I'm saying? You just don't get it yet. Look at that. No, but Doo-Wop came a legend though. Like, it's like, look at it though, but look at the good side of it. Everybody always say he the godfather of rap. Everybody, like, he the chief keef of the underground, essentially. Basically, right? Like, he just, like, everybody got him in high regards. Like, he good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I don't know, like, would you rather go up and just be up? Or would you rather be that basically like that Lucky level of mainstream where it's like Lucky in between, like he underground but he mainstream, but it's like he just got that respectable fan base, so the money is like he got that consistent cash flow coming in. It's never like a too high, too low. I guarantee you, Lucky, like like even that, like let's just, I don't know how much he make, but let's just say Lucky make $5,000 a month, right? But then he got a month where he make $4,000 or $35,000. You see, it ain't overly low. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't too low, it ain't too high. It's steady. It's like a steady. It's like it's a comfortable living situation, basically. That's how I look at Doo-Wop. I feel like it ain't like he get money, but it ain't too low of money. It's a steady, like it's a comfortability line. He's comfortable. It's kind of like how people with the 9 to 5, like you, the middle class, like they. Well, nowadays I know, you know, inflation and all that, but like. You know what I'm saying? You hit not a middle mark. It's not like you're doing it on purpose, but you're comfortable in the spot. Like this is, like he's not greedy. I don't look at Doo-Wop like he don't give me greedy. Like he's chasing like the high. Like he's comfortable. Like life's good. Like I can see Doo-Wop be like good. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good. I'm chill. I'm cool. I ain't got to go work. I ain't got to stress about the money. Like cool. Like I can wake up still do what I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm just cooling. I'm cooling. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a good middle ground. Like he's just in a comfortable. He's free. He's like, I don't know how to explain it, but you get what I'm saying though. That's why I feel like Doo-Wop's at least.
Which is the route that Carti and Uzi took, and that's why they're as big as they are today. Now, do I think if Doo-Wop signed to a label, he would be on Carti's and Uzi's level? I really don't have a good answer for that, but I do think his name would be a lot more relevant than it is right now.
Do I think so? Hold on. Nah, I'm gonna say no. And that's not like disrespect. That don't mean that, oh, like he's garbage. Nah, it's just like I think that with Doo-Wop, like I said, it's just his shit is just good for like he's comfortable. Like he's at his ceiling. Like, and his ceiling is like his standard. I don't know how to explain it, but like it's like his sound just like it sounds good for him. Like it ain't for everybody. Like it makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. It's like Doo-Wop is where a lot of rappers should be okay with being at, even if you don't make it like everybody ain't gonna make the NBA. You know what I'm saying? But it's like other good leagues that pay you well, that you can still make a living off. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like he ain't top of the pyramid, but he in the top of the pyramid in his own lane. I don't know how to explain it, but like he's in a good spot. Like I would not be mad if I was Doo-Wop ever. You in a really good spot.
But let me know what you guys think of Doo-Wop King current day, if you guys still bump him or not. And, you know, not the whole entire comment section could bump Doo-Wop King current day. Because if everybody who watched this video was still bumping Doo-Wop King, it would reflect in his number. But, yeah, with all out the way, let's get into the next artist. Now, the next artist that we're going to talk about is Rich Amiri. Now,
and Doo-Wop King be showing love, too, though. That's another thing about Doo-Wop. He be showing love, too. Like, he be showing love to all the new people, the old, but he be showing love, too. I be seeing him in the comments, see him comment under, bro, I'm telling you, bro, he real. Doo-Wop a real nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, off the Doo-Wop, bro, for sure, bro. Like, that nigga, he show love, too. That's another thing about him, too. Like, he definitely be showing love. He ain't no hate nigga. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got beef with Doo-Wop, you know that's the type of nigga he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he chill dude, bro.
Rich Amiri has not fallen off. He's just more stagnant in his career. But I think that we could all agree that Rich Amiri keeps on getting downplayed whenever he announces an album, whenever he's about to go on tour. There's always just a massive wave of hate towards him. And while, yeah, it could be funny to laugh at him here and there, but that could really cause real damage towards his career. If you have a massive wave of people always not taking you seriously or downplaying your music, it's going to lead to other people who won't even give you the time of day to really help you grow. And that's not to say that Rich Amiri hasn't had major success in his career. We obviously saw that he can make a massive hit with the song Long Call. But it's like every single time Rich Amiri's announcing an album, people are just very quick to downplay it, like, oh, no one's bumping out new Rich Amiri, or who was bumping out Rich Amiri. It's always way more hate than it is love. And I'm not telling you to go suck off Rich Amiri. Like, if you don't like his music, you just don't like his music. But we could all be honest and look at Rich Amiri's catalog and say that he doesn't release bad music. I mean, he wouldn't be pulling these numbers if he did release bad music. That's just a fact. But I
think sounding like Eminem. I don't know. I just think like Rich Amiri, Young Fazo, who else? Who's another name? Slayer, I guess. Them three names I can think of, they just get hate just cause, I don't know, it's just something about it, they can't get too serious, I don't know. You know, sometimes it be like that. But I guess he writing since like over time can like damn, bro, like niggas don't fuck with me at all. Like damn, what the did I do to, you know what I'm saying? They be this much hate. Like me personally, like I ain't gonna let it bother me, but like I could, but everybody ain't like me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't like anybody. So like everybody take things different. So it's definitely a limit to certain people. I don't know. I be chilling, but I mean I like some of Rich music too. So like you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like. His last song he dropped, he was like floating in the air. He's on the beach, he floating there. It's like he said, you don't make bad music. You niggas you niggas you move like sheep. Y'all sheeps. Y'all just go with everybody say, oh, we hating on him? All right, cool, yeah, we probably ain't even heard it. Probably heard it, no one was good, no one wasn't bad. One just like, oh, nah, we gotta still say it's weak just because that's what everybody on. Like nah, bro, like.
Do you think Rich Amiri would be way bigger than he is right now if there wasn't so much hate towards his name? Like, after he released his album Ghetto Fabulous, which I think was actually a very good album, when he was gearing up to release his next album, War Ready, there wasn't a lot of hype around it. And that's mainly because there was more hate around it than there was hype. And that's the same thing that happened with Grit and Grace. And it's so sad because he was dropping on the same day as Osama Son. And I don't even think it was on some competition shit. But people try to push that narrative so hard that Rich Amiri had to come out and say something about it. So I really do hope that Rich Amiri is one day really able to just get past all of this hate. Because it's like every single time Rich Amiri announces that he's doing something or he does something in the media, it's always hate and it leads to people downplaying his music. But I mean, Rich Amiri still does have fans and he's still pulling decent numbers, so I don't think that he's like in danger of falling off or anything. But it does feel like that support base is getting smaller and smaller by day. And I do think that Rich Amiri could still make another one call or make another hit like that, but only time will tell. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you made it to this point in the video, like the video.
I ain't expect 60 red. I ain't expect Rich Amiri to like 6 red. Like I don't know, that was funny. I ain't expecting to
like the
do
video.
that.
And subscribe to the channel, like the video, all that, and go follow my IG down in the description. Without the way, I love y'all so much.
Hey, it tells you, I told you got the hit factor. Everybody gonna vibe with you, but that's besides the point. What am I thinking about? What's another thing I was thinking about? Oh, shout out Eli. I think that was the end of the video. Yeah. One person did mention Jace. Now, granted, Jace is another dude. I'm not saying that Doo-Wop can't spear as far as influence. I feel like he probably, I ain't gonna say it. He probably influenced something. Not the shoot shot. I don't know. Cause I feel like Doo-Wop is the most influential, like one of the most influential. Like if you think of pillars, underground artists, influence and all that, Rains and Tear, yeah, Doo-Wop up there for sure. But I feel like Jace is another one he didn't mention. But it's not like necessarily like, cause Jace don't make bad music. Now he didn't go with the label. If you watch it, Jace kind of already explained it, so I ain't gotta explain it. You just gotta go watch it. Basically, just some, you know, like he don't want to sell his soul, label, deal, this, that, da da da, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, like that dude was just saying, Eli was just saying, like when you don't sign, like being independent is cool, but you know it's good to sign a label for a push, I guess. But like Jace needed to push, meaning he didn't reach his potential, like how strict he was going. But Jace had a good middle ground though. He's comfortable, like I said, like he said. This now, I would compare Jason Duval Kane that comfortable, where it's like not too hot, not too low, just a good middle ground where life's good, everything's comfortable, solid money coming in. So it's like he good. But like, would I put Jason's guy? I guess you could, but it's not for a bad. Is it for a bad? Is this video like? Is it really talking about bad or just like they just didn't hit it? So what is it? Like, but I fuck with Jace though, so it's no issue, no beef. But like I said, I don't care if Jace reached or didn't. Like I like Jace music, you know what I'm saying? I do. So it's like he's good to me. And we was just talking about like, actually we were just talking about it like, I think he was saying basically like people, I guess they wondering why Jace didn't blow up. He's just saying his music is for like more mature, like it's for the little like, you know, underground full of younger fans, but like, you know, the more, if like we was in high school, right? Just say we the seniors. They say we seniors in high school and freshmen. Freshmen's not bumping Jace. The seniors are. You know what I'm saying? That kind of, I don't know. But yeah, like Jace, like he's a good middle ground. But I guess that's another. It's a couple other people that you probably can say, like SSG Kobe. You know what I'm saying? His situation, but like he still dropped some good music. Nah, I